YouTube, what is up? It's your boy Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com. And if you've been struggling on defense lately in Madden 24, then you're going to want to stop what you're doing right now, strap in, and watch this video because I'm about to break down the top 3 most dominant defenses in the game right now. So, everyone always asks me, Duke, what playbook are you using? Well, for this video, I'm in the Kansas City Chiefs defensive playbook. They actually have all 3 defenses I'm about to show you guys. So, Chiefs defensive playbook. Getting right in there at number 3, we're going to be looking at the nickel 3-3. Now, guys, some very important things we're going to be going over for each defense. I'm going to start by showing you the coaching adjustments you want to use, then the best play and setup to run out of each defense. So, with the nickel 3-3, you want to make sure you have your best pass rushing D-ends in the game at the D-line spots at D-end. So they could be linebackers, D-ends, just whoever your best pass rushers are, put them at D-end. We're going to put Bosa and Mack at D-end. Now, this formation still does allow you to put 3 safeties in the game if you want, but what a lot of people right now are doing are using lurk artists, linebackers, because they just play the run better, and if you have lurk artists, it's only 1 AP. I mean, they'll get good animation, so that's probably what you should do. Now, for your coaching adjustments for this one, what you're going to want to do is you're going to have auto flip off, alignment on default, and you do want to set some zone drops to 30 for flats, 5 for curl flats. That's kind of what I leave it at. Now, the play we're going to pick is going to be the nickel blitz zero flipped. This has been a defense that's been pretty popular all year. Some of the pros have been running this basically all year. I know W has been running this defense a lot of different ways all year long. It's a really good defense, and that's why it's coming in at number 3, because it's a really easy to set up blitz out of man coverage that will allow you guys to get some good pressure for these quick hike demons out here. So this setup is pretty easy, and it's going to allow us to get some sort of A-gap/edge pressure. Now this blitz is different than it was before the patch. Before the patch, it was all about getting the defensive ends to scream around the edge untouched, loop around. Now, like I said, it's more of an A-gap from the linebacker or the DB off the edge. Now, if you want more high-level Madden content like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, drop me a like on the video, comment. All that stuff does help me out a lot as a content creator. So like I said, setup's pretty easy. You're just going to pinch your defensive line first, which we're going to hit left on the D-pad, down on the left stick. Shift our linebackers to the right, so we hit right on the D-pad and then left on the left stick. And then I like to press my coverage, bring that blitzing nickel back up. And if you want to back up your corners on the outside, you can. Individually, it just takes a split second. Say coverage audible, triangle Y for coverage audible, the individual button, which for me is X. Then you hit the icon of the outside receiver. You want to back up that DB4, and you just flick up on the right stick. It might sound like it's complicated if you've never done it before, but it is optional, and once you do it once or twice, like I can promise you guys, it's really easy to do. It's not that hard. I personally like to take the linebacker that's right here that's blitzing and stand over the right guard. I'm not actually going to blitz. I'm going to drop back in coverage. So this is how the blitz is going to look when you set it up. Obviously, we can make other adjustments. Maybe if they keep blocking the running back, we could blitz the guy that's checking him. We could drop him in zone. Play a hybrid man-zone combo. Really, all that is up to you. As you guys can see here, we do get that DB off the edge pretty clean untouched. Now, sometimes you're going to see that linebacker loop in the A-gap and then the DB come off the edge. You know, it's really a combo pressure. Sometimes you get one, sometimes you get the other. This time, you guys can see you get the linebacker looping through the A-gap. Very, very nice blitz, right? It's potentially a 5-man rush, and it comes pretty quickly there. If you have you can even sub a safety in the game for that linebacker, and he's the one coming up the middle. And it's hard to get away from. This is the type of blitz that will scare the opponent into thinking it's coming every time. Then you actually drop back in coverage and you're good. So with that said, let's move on to defense number 2. Coming in at number 2 on the list is the 4-3 even 6-1. This defense is super easy to run, and it's very effective to mix in blitzes and coverage. Now, there's a certain style that everybody is playing right now with this defense, and that's honestly using 3 lurk artists at linebacker. Again, lurk artist is probably the best AP ability-wise in the game right now. It's 1 AP, and it makes your linebackers, get good animations, play the coverage much better, get picks. It's very good, and you will notice that linebackers do play the run pretty well, so it's definitely worth having. So, you still do want to put your best linemen, though, in the game, like pass rushers at D-line, and some of your backups, your backup, like D linemen and a D tackle. So, if you have good outside linebackers like Mack and Bosa, put them at D-end, and then put your actual D-ends at D-tackle for the pass rush. Now, the linebackers should be coverage guys, like I said, potentially lurk artists, or if you don't have lurk artists, you could use the depth chart trick, which I'll show at 500 likes, to get safeties and corners in the game there. But basically, everybody who's running this right now uses their auto alignment set to base, and they're basically putting flats on 30 and curl flats on 5. The reason why they're doing this is they can now go and cover 4 quarters, and they can set up the double Mabel, which has been the most common defense and most hard to beat really in the game right now. So the double Mabel is essentially, you see that you already have 2 quarter flats. Those are set to 5-yard depth. But then you put the 2 outside corners in cloud flats, and that's going to be at 30 yards. Now, this is generally enough to defend the sideline, but some corner routes can still get over the top of that. So what you really want to do is individually, back up both of those corners. And to do that, you're going to hit coverage audible, triangle Y. You guys see the menu pops up, individual, that's the X button. Then you want to hit the icon of the outside receiver on the left, square, flick up on the right stick, bam. And then do the same thing for the right one. So the outside right receiver, his icon is circle, flick up on the right stick, bam. Now that you've backed these corners up a few extra yards, it actually makes a big difference. They're going to be able to cover the sidelines perfectly. And then what everyone is doing is they're pinching their defensive line, crashing them down, putting their user on a blitz angle, because this basically creates crazy disengages. At the snap, you take a step forward with your user, then you just drop back over the middle, and what you're going to notice is, that D lineman, they just shed so fast. If you have 4 good pass rushers, someone's going to get a pretty quick shed within a second or two. Do you want to become a better Madden player and win more games? If so, check out my premium Madden strategy website, sportsgamers.com. I've built sportsgamers.com to provide you with the best Madden tips, best Madden ebooks and schemes, all from the pros at the lowest price possible. I have helped thousands upon thousands of Madden players improve their games, and I can help you as well. Our VIP Madden membership is our best offer yet. This membership will include all of our Madden ebooks all year long and hundreds of weekly Madden Vault tip updates to keep you ahead of the game. Click the link in the description and use coupon code DUKE for 10% off your order. As you guys can see here, they just all kind of attack the interior of the O-line, and the O-line just can't hold up. As you guys can see, Bosa ends up just coming around, and you're going to get quick pressure. Now, obviously, if I did this over and over again, someone might just try to roll out on me, which we can easily counter. Now, looking at this defense, you're seeing that both of the flats and the sidelines are guarded, so we just have to guard the middle of the field. And this is really good at defending corners, flats, crossing routes, that type of thing that attack the sideline. You got to watch the middle because that's all that really can come open. Coming in at number 1 on the list, and it's no surprise, it's Dollar. Dollar has everything you want in the game right now. It has run defense, coverage, and blitzes. Not only does it have edge blitzes, it actually has A-gap blitzes. There's 4-man A-gap blitzes that are unblockable from this formation. If you want that, check out sportsgamers.com. Become a VIP member, man. It's for my VIP members only, but I will show you one of the other setups right now. So what a lot of people are doing is they're using this defense in a similar way to the 4-3 even. They're setting their zone drops to 30 for flats, 5 for curl flats, using the auto alignment to base, and they're picking the play DB Fire 2. Now, what this allows you to do is kind of something very similar to what we just did, right? We can go ahead and pinch our defensive line, press our coverage, then we're going to back up the outside corners in the cloud flats, right? Then what we're going to do is blitz our linebackers and go ahead and put both of the slot corners in curl flats. So now we've essentially created double Mabel with a 4-man rush. We're guarding the sideline and the flat, and then we're usering the middle of the field ourselves with the linebacker that's on the blitz angle. We're not actually blitzing with him. We're just playing over the middle. Now, again, the 4-man pass rush, you're going to get a pretty good shed just like that. So, they have about, a 2 to 3 second clock when you rush 4 that, they have to make their read. If we count here, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then at 3, you see the guy comes off the block, and now I'm about to get sacked. So for rushing 4, getting pressure like that is pretty good. But the best thing about this defense is if you want to send actual pressure, it's really, really good. Better about DB Fire and what makes Dollar a little bit better, in my opinion, 4-3 even, is you have a little bit more flexibility with your blitzes. I would say when you're in 4-3 even, you can blitz, but it comes a little bit telegraphed. Whereas with Dollar, I can run the same defense, just pinch my defense, then back up those corners. And, I've noticed they're not really paying attention to blitz or blocking anybody. I could blitz both of my outside corners, send 5, or, I could even send 4. But the bottom line is just blitzing one of these outside corners, if not both, is actually going to get really good pressure if someone's not expecting it. When you send 5 out of this formation, you get quick pressure, period. When you send 4, if they're not expecting it, you're still going to get good pressure, and it's just going to be a very annoying defense to deal with, especially if you are using lurk artists at linebacker, because then it will make your Dollar run defense even better and hard to run on. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Until next time, it's your boy Duke, and I'm out of here.